Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another video. It's ASMR Cubed here. And today, we're going to be taking a look at one of probably the hardest characters in Resident Evil. And when I say hard, there is not much that matches this man's badassery. I, of course, refer to Mikhail Viktor from Resident Evil 3. Now, if you haven't played Resident Evil 3, it takes place after the massive outbreak in Raccoon City. Now, being that the outbreak was so bad, Umbrella was still attempting to contain it. In doing so, what they did was they employed the use of the UBCS, or the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasures Service. Now, he went in with a team, or basically an entire platoon, who was wiped out, with the exception of two other individuals, Carlos Oliveira and Nikolai Zinovi. I can't pronounce his last name, I think it's Zinovi. And again, they were all basically dispatched to Raccoon City to try to save civilians. What the plot really was with Umbrella was they wanted to gain combat data that Albert Wesker had failed to deliver to them. So they figured they would take their own UBCS and test them out because they were trained in dealing with BOWs. Now, I am going to give you general information about him. His date of birth was 1953, so he's not a young man. Date of death was September 28th, 1998. Race/nationality, Caucasian Russian. Occupation, Soviet Army officer X, and team leader for the UBCS. He was a captain, I do believe. Let me check my notes here. Yep. He was captain of the Delta Platoon. Status deceased. Sex male, blood type A. He was 5'10" and 216 pounds. His original voice actor was Ben Campbell. Actually, I think he did a really good job with him. Now we will take a look at his early life. Originally from Leningrad in Russia, Mikhail became a soldier in the Soviet Army, where he reached the rank of captain. He was forced to resign after the Soviet Union's collapse, and the army split amongst their regional borders. In the aftermath of the breakup, Mikhail joined a guerrilla organization aimed at achieving independence from an ethnic minority that was facing persecution from the new Russian Federation. His wife being of this community, as the guerrilla organization transformed into a mere terrorist group, Mikhail found himself arrested by the Russian government's forces. The Umbrella Corporation learned of his fine leadership qualities, however, and recruited him into the UBCS. Like former Soviet Army Colonel Sergei Vladimir, Mikhail was allowed to keep his military rank within the UBCS. His first official assignment was Raccoon City. During the 1998 biohazard outbreak in Raccoon City, Captain Mikhail was sent into the city on September 26th, along with the rest of Delta Platoon. Unlike Nikolai, Mikhail was not aware of the UBCS's true intentions or objectives, and assumed it to be the same as Carlos's opinion, the evacuation of the civilians. Over the next few days, the UBCS would suffer heavy losses due to the unexpected superiority of zombies, their unmanageable numbers. Captain Mikhail and Sergeant Zinov and Corporal Oliveira managed to escape the zombie horde and garrison themselves in an abandoned tram car. Mikhail, wounded, being left in the tram to recover, while the other two began searching for a means of escape with use of the tram. His injuries did not burden him, however. At one point, he got out of the tram to fend off an approaching zombie horde. Despite his aforementioned injuries, after being scolded at by Jill Valentine for taking unnecessary risks, he reported that none of the events in Raccoon City were caused by the UBCS, and expressed survivor's guilt. As the platoon leader, he felt remorse for not being able to save his men, and for not being able to fight alongside the others due to his injuries. Unfortunately, the events surrounding his death are also kind of grim, but I will say that he went out in action hero fashion. After Jill and Carlos eventually recovered the right components necessary to get the trolley car moving again, the three of them, minus Nikolai, who was presumed deceased at this time, rode to St. Michael's clock tower. Before arriving, the cable car was attacked by a Nemesis Type T, or Nemesis for anybody who's played the series, who managed to enter the rear of the car. Jill went to the back of the car to investigate a strange noise and spotted the BOW. Mikhail, still seriously wounded, demanded that she leave the car, as he continued to shoot the Nemesis with his M4 carbine. After running out of ammunition and being brutally beaten by the Nemesis, Mikhail took out an M67 hand grenade from his vest, pulled the pin, and laughed in his last sacrificial attempt to kill the Nemesis, to save Jill and Carlos. Despite his efforts, the Nemesis survived the explosion and continued hunting Jill. However, his sacrifice was not entirely in vain, as the explosion jettisoned Nemesis from the car, leaving Jill and Carlos safe for the moment. Now, a little side note here. I would really like to see them do something more with Mikhail in the Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm very much hoping that he gets more of a fair shake this time, because he was written off way too early as a disposable character. That man was an honorable fighter, and his intentions, for the most part, were fairly pure. He just was there to save civilians, and he did what he could to save whoever he could. I feel that his character was written off too early, and I hope that the re-envisioning of Resident Evil 3 sees him survive to another sequel. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thank you all for watching.